Alright, man, that didn't take very long. Trae to the Wizards. It's just CJ and Corey Kispert. The Hawks did not have to attach a pick. That was a lot of the convo over the last 24 hours or so. But yeah, man, the Trae Young era ends with CJ McCollum on an expiring and Corey Kispert, who he can make shots, but he's just a guy. And if it's possible for CJ to get dealt by the deadline, then I imagine the Hawks will listen to calls for him. But who knows? Maybe he can't get traded. My bad if I'm breaking some NBA rule. Man, the Trae Young era in Atlanta, a conference finals, a bunch of 500 seasons, a DeJounte trade that didn't work, bad defensive team, some top 10 offenses, and that's it. That's the return as Atlanta now just fully embraces Jalen Johnson and Quill and Dyson Daniels and Onwu and just a bigger team where you don't have to cover for one guy defensively. I mean, they've got defensive problems besides Trae. You know, Jalen Johnson's got to get better defensively or just more attentive after his offensive jump. Okongwu, well, he can't grow. So, he is what he is as a rim protector. But yeah, that's the Hawks. Of course, they got the Pelicans pick. That's the biggest thing for them. Maybe they trade for Anthony Davis. Who knows? Now, if we go to the Wizards. So, the Wizards, okay, a lot of this is going to be on Alexa and Keshawn George. Okay, going through a good amount of their shot attempts, their assists, stuff like that. You will see moments where they can put the ball on the floor. Okay, Keshawn, he can attack in a straight line. He can push it up in transition. He can sometimes take guys off the dribble, but it's not as if he's running a million pick and rolls a game. A million ISOs a game, right? You'll run some off-ball screens for him, all that stuff. Trae should just hopefully make his job easier. Same thing with Alexa. Okay, Sar, or the goal, I should say, is, to make Keshawn's day easier with Sar. I mean, I'm not going to say that Sar is a stretch 5 as of right now. He shoots 35% from 3. It's not on a whole lot of attempts, but okay, the signs are there with Alex Sar in that regard. The signs are there. I mean, in his rookie season, he was pushing the ball up court off of rebounds. Almost after every rebound he got, he would push it up court. But I also think it's possible right now to ask too much out of Sar as a ball handler. I mean, you can say that about pretty much this whole team. And so, just having a big like that who you don't want to just pigeonhole him into just only setting screens for Trae Young all day. I think that was part of the reason why they probably didn't want to go to Atlanta in the first place. But at the same time, he now has a guy that he can screen for and he'll probably just get more shots created for him just off of that. Trae Young for the valid criticisms you can throw at Trae defense. I mean that's the big one of course is the defense. Taking some sometimes just annoying shots or it feels like nothing besides Trae Young pick and roll at the top of the key has happened in the last 5 minutes. Like I understand and some of that's going to be on Atlanta and their offensive game plans, whatever. But he can make a big guy's day easy. Okay, that's the goal here. And you know whether I mean as far as his fit with Bub Carrington and Trae Johnson, two guards who are also not very big. Like we'll see with all that. I do think the two Traes together is going to be very hard to make work on defense. Kula, you can picture transition, you can picture backdoor cuts, you can picture lobs, like all that. Okay, I mean, this is the Wizards trying to have a real NBA offense around a few young guys that you feel good about now. And then defensively, I mean, you're hoping between Sard's rim protection and enough just size around like George and Coulibaly especially that you can just not suck on defense with Trae Young. I mean, there's never been a good defensive Trae Young team. It's never happened. You can go down every year of his career on Basketball Reference. It hasn't happened. That's not all his. It is possible to be a good defense around a small guard. I saw the Celtics be 12th in defensive rating the year Isaiah Thomas became, I don't know, one of the best players in the league for one season. Like, you can do it. Granted, that was not to the levels of offense we have today, but okay. It's kind of similar to like the Fred signing with the Rockets. Like eventually if you're bad, your only tool can't just be we hope to get the top guy in the draft. And of course with the new lottery odds, I mean the Wizards last season ended up with the 5th pick with Trae Johnson. They had the 2nd worst record or the 6th pick, my bad. 5th was Ace Bailey. Also another point like another bad team that fell farther than they expected in the draft. And of course Trae, I mean he has not done a whole lot of winning this season. Now you can be optimistic as you want to be, I guess, for this, but they're once again going to have a chance for a very high pick. And if anything, if you just want to find one stat to monitor the rest of the year, because let's be honest, you're not going to watch the Wizards if you're not a Wizards fan, okay? You might look at some clips, but you're not going to watch full game. The Wizards right now are 20th in threes per game, and I don't have an exact number, but they're towards the bottom of the league in corner threes per game. I do wonder where that gets to by the end of the season. Like, that to me is it's not the only sign of the offense has clearly gotten better. You can also just look at offensive rating and forget everything I'm saying right now, but we'll just see where that gets. Anyway, contract stuff. I mean, the Wizards, look, they're a young team, okay? Basically, their whole team is on rookie contracts and so they can afford to give Trae a deal, but don't give them the max. We all know that certain guys get the max when they shouldn't really, but usually that's a team drafts a guy, then they got to pay somebody a max contract slot. Well, you don't have to, but it typically happens. Basically, I don't think they're going to feel this pressure to give Trae a deal that he's not really worth. They'll still negotiate whatever, assuming we get to that point. I mean, we do still have this player option and whatever else. I mean, if for whatever reason Trae is not on the Wizards in, let's say, 2 years, they gave up basically nothing for the guy. So, from the Wizards' perspective, I mean, you are taking a swing, but it's not that desperate of a situation either. They're trying to be like a real NBA team while still having another high pick. I don't know if I got anything else. I feel like whatever happens in his first game, like he could drop like 35 in his first game or he could go like 7 for 24 or something, like anything is on the table with his first like few games, especially because that's just kind of the nature of Trae. Like the last few seasons he started out kind of cold and it's like, oh man, the efficiency numbers are rough, and then he climbs and climbs. By the end of the season he ends up at like a 57-58 true shooting usually. I think that's about all I have. I do wonder if after this deal and then after their high pick this, in the draft this offseason, I do wonder if the Wizards will try to just get more vets in there, because that's usually the next step in the we're trying to be a real basketball team now. I mean, they already did that a little with CJ Middleton. Anyway, I think that's about all I got. The Trae Young era is over. It happened really, really fast here, man. There was no time wasted.